Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this video series. This video we are going to be talking specifically about how to clone an NVMe drive. In the previous video we did an unboxing on our brand new Samsung NVMe drive, and we installed it in this here Lenovo Legion. But today we're going to show you how to swap it so that your new drive, which in my case is a larger drive, can be your Windows drive that has more space. Makes installing things a little bit more, I don't know, mindless. So when you install a new game, you have projects you're working on, you can just drop them on your desktop rather than having to think about it like, okay, let's put it in this other drive because there's no more room in this other one. So this one will have more room and hopefully is more productive. Is that the right word? I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and clone over this, and I'm going to show you my whole process of cloning it over. This is not necessarily a tutorial, however, this is me going to be showing you how I did it, and you can definitely use it as a tutorial. As always, links will be down in the description for all of the products I have here today. Those are Amazon links, and anything you buy through there, it doesn't increase the price for you, but it does benefit this channel. Also, subscribe if this is stuff you like. Hey, Future Grant here. I just wanted to interrupt real quick and let you know, if you're wanting to jump forward to like a specific section, down here, feel free to use those chapters to jump forward in the video and back to where you think you need to get to. Hopefully these chapter markers are helpful. Back to the video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try out this Macrium software. I've never tried it before, so you're learning this along with me at the same time. So we're going to start by doing our Reflect 7 free version. Couldn't do that. Personal free license. Continue. Software. And then we choose where it saves to. We're going to save it to our D drive, which has space. And then once it's done downloading, you'll click on the download here or go to your folder and double click on that to start this download program install process. Yes. Next. Accept. Home. I'm going to take a picture of this license key in case it for some reason wants it again later. Code. Alright, jump to your Gmail or your email. Click on the link to get to your registration code. So after you've registered it, they give you another code. Plop that code in here. Next, right, we're just going to do install desktop shortcut is the only thing we're going to add on there. Alright, click install to begin. And this may take several minutes. Hopefully not. Alright, finished. Launch it now. Ta-da! Cool. So, download software updates. Alright, now we'll click finish. So we've selected our C drive. I'm going to clone this disk, and then we're going to select the disk to clone to, which is going to be our 1 terabyte Samsung. And then we hit next. Existing partition. Next. We're not going to schedule it, we're just doing it right now. Finish. Then we'll go ahead and click OK. Check the box and hit continue. Now it's going to clone everything over. Where this is an SSD, I imagine this process will be fairly quick, but I guess we'll just have to sit and wait. And impressively enough, it's done. Less than 10 minutes. Look at that. 9 minutes, 58 seconds. Just under that 10-minute mark. Okay, and the clone is done. So we got Windows H and Windows C. Don't need to worry too much about that. We'll go ahead and close all of these out. And your next step is going to be to shut down the computer. At least that is for me. I'm going to go ahead and shut down this computer and then pull the C drive out, put the H drive in its place, or the drive that's in the H slot. Put that other one in its place, and then start it up and see if Windows will boot. Fingers crossed. While we're shutting down, I gotta tell you about a frustration that you guys didn't have to see. AOMEI is one you'll see on YouTube a lot. It's the one I actually tried to make this video about, and then AOMEI is like, no, we don't do free system cloning. You can't do that. And so I was like, oh, I guess I have to find somewhere else. So recently, like in the past 3 months, they have disabled system cloning. You can clone bits and pieces, but you can't clone a system, the whole drive. So that's been disabled on their stop, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work. AOMEI, it's kind of BS. So that's where I'm at. That's where we got, and that's how we ended up with this restore program. Let's go ahead and pull this computer off. Alright, so we have our desktop here, and this has a little slot to slide that back, as well as 2 screws right here to be removed ahead of time. And then in the previous video, you saw me put in this NVMe drive here, and then our main one is up here. So let's start by taking out this first one, or this new one here. Just taking out that screw. Here we go. And then using our skinny fingers, we get down in there and pull it out. Now let's see if we can get you a good view of this next one here. Alright, so I've heard from other people on here that this drive here is actually behind their graphics card. I don't know, maybe it's a different version of the Lenovo Legion, but this one, the NVMe drive, is right here, kind of behind our CPU fan. I'm going to try and do this without removing our CPU fan here. It should work out. The screws in there pretty tight, but... Alright, and then as you can see, when these drives are released, they naturally pop up a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and pop this guy out here. Think skinny hands, think skinny. And there's our old one, the Western Digital guy. And now we very carefully will be bringing in our new one. This is going to be harder than it was to get the other one out, I'm sure of it. Think extra skinny hands. Okay, come on. Oh man, this is hard. It would be a lot easier if we did remove this graphics card, and I'm thinking I might actually do it. Let's just try it. So there's a thumb screw right here, so we're going to try and take this guy out here. Assuming this is holding our graphics card in. There we go. And then this guy should pull out. There are 2 more screws holding this guy down over here. Let's see if we can pull those guys out real quick here. Nope, 3. There's 3. There's one on the back side as well. 1. Let's go ahead and move our power cable out of the way here. And our 3rd one back here on the front side.
Come on, screw, come out with me. There we go. Okay, one thing to keep in mind here, let me go ahead and tap that. This little whale tail here, you want to push that down to release your card before you pull it up and out. And that's my graphics card gone. Now we got room to get this NVMe in. This is gonna be easy now, look at that. And then as you can see, it sticks up again. So we'll get our tiny little screw, press it down. And we're snug. We can then take, if you want, you can then put your other card in right now. I'm gonna leave it out and see if it'll boot without that other drive in there, with everything swapped around. Let's go ahead and get our graphics card back in place. Make sure everything lines up. Oh, you hear that click? That's a quality click. The click I'm listening for is for that little whale tail thing right here. We're listening for that to click into place. So that's now clicked into place. We'll reattach the power. Let's throw those 3 screws in to be safe so I don't forget later. Oh, come on, screws. No, come back. There we go. Come on, dude. I'm just making all sorts of trouble here. There we go. There we go. Persistence. Definitely not talent and luck. Maybe a little bit of luck. Oh, that one lost it. See if we can get some persistence and luck to work in our favor here, where we just drop it in there. One thing you could do is get a very small magnet off your fridge or something. Oh, well, I didn't want to drop that down there. Did you see that? So as I was saying before, I was so rudely dropping screws, you can actually get these little magnets. You can possibly use the magnets on your mom's fridge, but this magnet right here, I'll have a link to it in the description, but you place it over your screwdriver and spin it a few times and it actually will help magnetize the screwdriver. And you can use this on all of your screwdrivers, and then when they lose their magnetization or whatever, you just get this guy out again and run it for a minute. Look at that, holds like a champ now, just like we wanted to in the first place. Great. Graphics card is all plugged back in. We do have this one plate, don't forget about him. The key is figuring out how it all goes together. I don't quite understand what it's doing here. I think it's like this. And then there. And then this somehow screws in here and pinches it all in place. But there it is. New drive in. Old drive is out. Let's go ahead and plug it back in and see if she works. I'm going to leave this case cover off for now, because once we're done, I'm actually going to put this first drive back in, as long as it works. Alright, moment of truth. Get a flash of light, and it says Legion. I think it's booting. Oh, fingers crossed. Like nothing ever changed. Oh, this is cool. However, with this, I think it will cause one issue. So if we right-click our Start button and go to Disk Management, we can see we have a whole bunch unallocated. So from here, we want to go here. Is there a... Oh,
can't extend the volume.
2 hours later.
Okay, take two. So, we've got both drives plugged in right now. We're gonna clone everything over. I don't know where I left off on the last one, but I did some things wrong, so I'm gonna kind of point those out along the way. But we're gonna open up our Macrium Reflect here. Macrium? I don't know. Whatever this program's called here. On the top here, we have our main C drive, the original that came with this computer. Below is the new one. I cloned over to it, but I didn't quite do everything right, and so it's kind of turned into a hot mess. I'm sorry. But we can just overwrite all of it with this new one. So we're gonna select this one, hit clone the disk, and then we're gonna select the disk to clone to, which is this one here that has all the hodgepodge mess. The big issue I ran into is this unallocated area, I couldn't get it to combine with our C drive or the Windows drive. So I'm just gonna format this disk and go at it again. So we're gonna go ahead and delete all of the existing partitions. It's all one big guy. And then here we're gonna grab everything. Yeah, I'm gonna grab them one by one, and then last one to come down is going to be our Windows C, and that is going to leave us with all this extra space. Make sure your Windows C is the last one you selected. Hit Clone Partition Properties, and then select Maximum Size. Hit OK. Next, and then we're not going to schedule this. We're doing this right now. Where it's going from SSD to SSD, it only takes like 10 minutes. It's really nice. And then hit Finish. Hit OK. All the old data will be overwritten. That's fine. And now we wait 10 minutes. I'll see you in a sec. And it's done. 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Done. Told you 10 minutes and it's done because it's going from super fast drive to super fast drive. It's not even like a SSD to SSD. It's NVMe to NVMe. That clone went great. 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Go ahead and hit OK. Now we can hit close. We can close this window here. Also, just a quick note. If you did like I did and you just nexted through and you now have that unallocated space that you can't add to the rest of the hard drive, you just have to start over again and clone your older one onto the new one, but then catch that last step here in the video. Back to the video. What we really want to do to check to make sure we did it right this time is go to disk management. So right click your start button, disk management, right here, and we see, yes, 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 it worked, it worked. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shut the computer down and reboot from the other drive. Alright, we got it all back together. We've got the small drive pulled out, we got the big drive in there. Moment of truth. Ooh, they're gonna restart for me. So it looks like it didn't automatically pull from the place we wanted to boot. It's gonna restart. I wonder if it's gonna be smart enough to pull from the other one. If not, we just gotta hit F12 until it gets to the boot menu. Let's see what happens this time though. Hey, it worked. Okay. Now we can go in here, go to Windows C, or this PC, and we can see we have all of the space. All of it. We did it right this time. Yeah, so I messed up the first time, and so you don't need to. This Macrium? I don't know. I'll put a link in the description for you. It works. It works well. It worked perfect. So use this program. It clones it right. Just make sure you catch that little step if you're going to a larger drive. If you're using the same size drive, you can just hit next all the way through and it just clones. If you're going from like a hard drive to an SSD, something like that. But I definitely recommend this one. You just gotta catch that step if you're going to a larger drive. And it worked. I'm so happy, you guys. I am so happy. Thank you. thank you so much for sticking around with me through this video. I know there's a lot of questions that you guys will have, so leave those in the comments below. If you want to find links to any of the stuff I'm using here in this video, they'll be in the description as well. They're Amazon links. Those do help this channel. They don't add any additional cost to you on Amazon. So go ahead and use those links below. Do your shopping from there. Even if you don't buy exactly what you click on there, that does help let Amazon know, hey, he's doing a good job. He's sending people to Amazon. Amazon, you know, gives me a little bit of commission when there are sales. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe for more videos in the future. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and I'm going to see if I can get a few more videos coming out here. All these videos are paid for by those Amazon profits that come in. Granted, half of that drive was paid for by Amazon profits, but you know, it helped. It helped. So next time I get my next Amazon deposit, I'm gonna buy something else. The next upgrade, probably some RAM. What do you want to see next? It might be some deeper tutorials. I know I did an inside look on this guy, but we can do a deep dive on where all of the ports are, what does what. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty handy on a computer. As you can tell, we figured this out. So, again, thank you. Subscribe if you'd like. Hit that like button if this video compelled you to do so. And I hope you have a wonderful day.